The real-world impacts of cancel culture are beginning to take on a new form. One of the biggest and most integral parts of the American banking system is not only throttling the voices of religious and political representatives in the United States, but it's also involved in the biggest human trafficking scandal of all time. I'll don't keep it running. It's okay. Don't judge me, okay? It's where I store my name. Welcome to the Blockchain Basement, where we dig a little bit deeper and sometimes things get a little bit darker. In a shocking release to the public, J.P. Morgan is accused by 19 Republican states of engaging in politically and religiously motivated discrimination, closing many bank accounts on very questionable grounds.
Tabloids.
J.P. Morgan has targeted religious Republicans. In a scathing letter to Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon, the bank stands accused of canceling major religious and political organizations' checking accounts and subjecting them to a re-education process as a requirement to get the account access reinstated. Very sinful. Very sad. Before we dig in too deep here in the bunker, let us remind ourselves of what JP Morgan and Chase really are. This organization is a part owner of the Federal Reserve, holding 42% of the company's shares, has no actual reserves, and is not a government entity. This is the fox watching the henhouse. A prominent member and former high-ranking executive of the bank, Jeff Stanley, has also been sought after in the courts for his alleged involvement and secret code messages sent in the infamous P8 email scandal that shook the good people of the United States to our core with the heinous human trafficking accusations that have exploded into mainstream news. Staley is a well-known thought leader in the woke cancel mob who stepped down from JP over his ties with the Jeffrey Epstein investigation as part of a wider lawsuit by the U.S. Virgin Islands. According to the accusations, JP knowingly and unlawfully played a key role in the transfer of funds from the Epstein trafficking empire, and it's reported that the majority of the transactions were involved with just that, human trafficking. So if I were to connect some dots here, it's possible that JP Morgan's recent action targeting political opposition and religious leaders might just play into a larger scheme of silencing real America's voice and expanding a nefarious network. This theory seems like it might not be so far off the mark, as we have seen banks go after a massive amount of Canadian truckers, Amendment businesses cut off from their accounts, and PayPal $2,500 misinformation fine, just to list a few. These actions add up. With enough data, we can see that there is a concerted move against these groups at nearly every angle and aspect of our lives. These leeches of humanity can no longer hide in the dark. As people across the world are beginning to wake up, thanks to you at home or at work spreading this message to every single physical and digital inch of this country. There is still a great might in our people, regardless of the circus act going on in the White House in front of our God and country. Join us as we continue to uncover the truth, demand justice, and set out to build a digital financial economy with personal privacy, fairness, and accessibility as the pillars of our foundation for the future. You need to call your representatives over and over about this issue. You need to write emails. You need to make your voice heard. You need to put a post up, even if it's labeled as dangerous content. There's no longer the option for us as the American people to watch these elected and unelected officials sabotage our country from the inside out. We have to get up, we have to stand up, and we have to speak out before it's too late and you will not have a voice to do so.